Okay, so these are the basic trig functions. These are the primary trig function. These are the reciprocal trig functions. Okay, if you just know how what the derivative formulas are for these, we can actually mix them with any other functions when we're doing derivatives. So let's start with the very basic one, sine. The derivative of sine, so I'm going to write it like this, d over dx sine of x. By definition, it's this, right? F at x plus h minus f at x all over h. Okay. Okay. We have a sum. Okay, a sine of sum of two angles. So how do we deal with that? We learned the sum angle formula in advanced functions, and it goes like this: sine of x cosine of h plus cosine of x sine of h. Now before we had the limit of like theta or x is approaching 0, right? Now h is approaching 0. So we should be looking for this. We should be looking for sine h over h. Do you see any here? There's one right here, right? Right there. Okay, so let's organize that separately. So we can break the fraction, right? So we can say cosine of x times by sine of h over h plus, group these two separately. They have a sine of x in common. Like that. Okay, that's gonna approach 1. This actually was one of the examples I did. Cosine, we did a conjugate pair to get cosine squared h minus 1. That actually equal to 0. Okay, if you look back at your notes, that's approaching 0. So the whole thing was simplified to cosine of x. Okay, what's the implication of what we just did? Right? The derivative of sine is cosine of x, meaning, you know the sine function that looks like this? If I want to know the slope right there, I want to know the slope, the tangent slope, right? All I have to do is get the y value of the cosine. That's the slope. Okay, that's what this is saying. Very nice and easy relationship to remember, right? Sine and cosine, we know that they're sort of related anyways. Now using a very, very similar procedure, I'm not going to prove the rest. Okay, the derivative of cosine of x, so we say similarly, cosine of x derivative is minus sine, not just sine, minus sine. And these are the two most important ones that you need to remember. Now the rest, we can derive it from these two.